rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the Patriot Brief. Hey, how you doing? I'm your host, Mike. On to today's brief here. Hey guys, welcome to another bonus edition here, a bonus episode to the Patriot Angle. This is the Patriot Brief. We got a lot to talk about in a very short period. Guys, what is going on with politics today? The far left now, the radical left, is now trying to blame Trump for the events that happened in Capitol Hill up in Washington earlier this week. Nancy Pelosi basically came out as a press conference, now basically blasting the GOP, and then blaming Trump as well too for inciting the violence. I'm telling you guys, this if it's not getting wackier, like I said, what is going on with our democracy? What is going on? I mean, this is sick. This is unprecedented, historic, crazy new times we are living through. So, I mean, I want to play a soundbite into the show, but before I play the soundbite here, I want to explain to you, my listeners out there, what literally is going on here with the latest saga here of politics. I mean, it's the country is a lot different now than it was when I was a kid. I can tell you that. Oh boy, so the latest developments on the House Democrats' efforts to try to pass a resolution to invoke the 25th Amendment. Yeah, they want to invoke the 25th Amendment to try to remove President Trump from office. Okay? Which was blocked by House Republicans. So, yeah, you know why they want to do it, right, folks? They want to nail Trump. Thanks, a ping on that. They want to nail Trump, literally. They want to nail him so much that literally he cannot run for office. He's barred from running from office again. They want to nail him to the core, so to speak, right? They want to make sure that he's not eligible to run for office in 2024, okay? Because he only served one term. Folks, you're allowed to serve 2 terms if I'm correct, right? Paul, am I correct? Paul's shaking his head. Yeah. I think you're allowed to serve 2 terms. So the Democrats, they're not stupid, folks. They're not stupid at all. They know by trying to block Trump, right, from trying to rerun again in 2024, they can do this impeachment thing again, right? They can try to impeach him again. And, they're trying all different angles, folks, all different angles. But the House Democrats, they want to move ahead with the impeachment for incitement of the insurrection after 4 people were killed at the nation's capital when rioting occurred, followed by a speech given by President Trump to his supporters. Oh, so this is what's going on. They think that President Trump, incited this violence. What? Come again? Hello, McFly. What? They think that by impeaching this president, that they're gonna try to calm the silence? Folks, they're not silencing us. We, the American people, are fed up. We're fed up what's going on in Washington. We're fed up by the corrupted Washington swamp. We're fed up by corrupted Democrat leaders. We're fed up with big government. And that's that. If you don't like it, oh well. All right, folks, back to the show here. Back to the show. It took a little break. Quick little break. I'm about to play this soundbite here. This is coming out of NBC News reported on this. Democrats introduced a resolution calling on Pence. Oh, they're trying to, folks, they're trying to push Pence. They're trying to push Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment. Okay? Because the Republicans, 75, I think it was 75%, Paul? 75% objected to try to bring out the 25th Amendment. So Pelosi and her machine, okay, out there in California and then also in Washington, okay, the California demagogues out there and the New York demagogues and all the crazy lefts in the Washington swamp, all the swamp creatures, the Washington government swamp creatures, the alligators, the snakes, all the poison that's coming out of Washington from this far left, right? They're trying to push Mike Pence, the vice president of the United States of America. They're trying to push him to invoke the 25th Amendment. They're trying to get his endorsement to invoke the 25th Amendment. What the hell is going on? They're pushing this now with all the violence. Nancy, where were you? All you Democrats out there, where were you with the violence last year? When people were knocking down historic monuments, they were federally protected, were they not? Some of them were. A good, 75% of them were all federally protected. Where were you? Where were you, huh? Oh, I got a sound bite I want to plug into the show, but I'm going to plug it in right after I plug this one in because I want my American listeners or any type of listener out there that chooses to listen to this podcast know the real truth about politics in this country. It sickens me to my core that we are dealing with democracy the way we are dealing with it now. It's not the same bedrock principles. This video here I'm about to plug into the show just hours ago, 3 hours ago, published from NBC News. Republican Heyer, is that how you pronounce his last name? Heyer. Not really familiar with him. It's funny how all these little representatives are just coming out of the woodwork. You know, some of them you know, some of them you know you don't really know because they're kind of behind the camera, so to speak, type of politicians. So this one here, Republican Heyer, just a couple hours ago, folks, introduced a resolution calling on Vice President Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment and remove President Trump from office. The Republicans objected to an anonymous consent request to pass it. Okay? And then it goes on more here in the story here that Democrats want Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment. Here's my little philosophy here before I plug this in, okay? Parents, right? You are now required to go to school today. Kid, I object. Parents, the House stands adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow. That's what politicians are acting like. A bunch of school-age children. You got to listen to this garbage here. Listen to it.
Our will report the title of the resolution.
House Resolution 21, resolution calling on Vice President Michael R. Pence to convene and mobilize the principal officers of the executive departments of the cabinet to activate Section 4 of the 25th Amendment to declare President Donald J. Trump incapable of executing the duties of his office and to immediately exercise powers as acting president.
For what purpose does the gentleman from West Virginia rise?
I object.
Objection is heard. Pursuant to Section 5A1B of the House Resolution 8, the House stands adjourned to 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, my God. Oh, it goes more into detail here. It goes more into detail here. I'm going to pause it right there. Okay. You gotta listen to this. I mean, this is crazy. It's idiocy. It's like, this is something you would normally hear in a third world country, a government system that usually is run by in third world countries. Not here in America. Not here in America. This is why, people. This is why we need to get replacement for all these elected officials here in the House of Representatives and the Senate. Mainly on the Democrat side. A couple little bad eggs on the Republican side, But folks, this is why they need to replace some of these elected officials. Okay? And this is why we need term limits. Because, folks, these people are losing their mind. They are suffering from more than Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, these people, they're nuts. They're nuts. They're trying to blame a president for inciting violence for the Capitol Hill event. Folks, this is their next plan. This is their next plan. This is what they want to do. They want to basically try every angle until Donald Trump is out of office. Once Donald Trump is out of office, they'll be happy little chickens in the chicken coop. Because that's how they act. Like a bunch of chickens. Like their heads are going to explode. I mean, literally. They're running around like a bunch of nuts. They're crazy. This is idiocy at its best, folks. I got a couple more words here to say on the show, and we'll be right back after these words.
This is urgent. This is emergency of the highest magnitude.
Calling President Trump dangerous, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi declared he should be removed following this week's insurrection at the Capitol. Democrats plan to talk today about a backup plan.
If the 25th Amendment isn't invoked, the next best thing is impeachment ASAP.
And it wasn't just Democrats. Illinois Republican Adam Kinzinger.
It's time to invoke the 25th Amendment and to end this nightmare. All indications are that the president has become unmoored, not just from his duty, nor even his oath, but from reality itself.
Other Republicans, like Senator Marco Rubio, called out their own GOP colleagues, saying they misled supporters by suggesting that the election results could be overturned.
Criminals are responsible for their own conduct.
Senator Ted Cruz rejected that accusation, though he did find fault with the president.
I think his angry rhetoric was reckless, and I think it was harmful.
But not harmful enough, allies say, to warrant removal.
I don't support an effort to invoke the 25th Amendment now.
South Carolina's Lindsey Graham has spent more time with Mr. Trump than nearly any other lawmaker.
Do you believe, after spending so much time with him, that he is mentally unwell, as some of his aides have said?
I think he's very frustrated. He thinks the election was stolen. I think he's got some very bad advisors.
In Wilmington, Delaware, President-elect Joe Biden argued the advisors are not the main problem.
He unleashed an all-out assault on our institutions of our democracy from the outset. And yesterday was but the culmination of that unrelenting attack.
Speaker Pelosi.
All right, enough of that garbage. Oh, boy, you just guys, Welcome back to the show, of course. You just heard lawmakers, politicians, both on the right and the left, on both sides of the aisle, all right? Members of Congress, folks, they're calling for President Trump to be removed from office after violent rioters broke into the Capitol. And guess who they're blaming it on? They're blaming it on Trump, like he's the big instigator, right? He instigated the events at Capitol Hill. Oh, just because they're Trump supporters? Yeah, he instigated it, right? Yeah, just because they're Trump supporters, they're all blaming Trump. Yeah, they're blaming him because of his supporters. But guess what, folks? Right? Mr. Trump could be forced out if his second in command invokes the 25th Amendment. But so far, you're going to like this one, right? You're going to like this all because I know they could be some liberals listening to the show. But guess what? You're going to like this little pitch. Guess what, folks? Vice President Pence won't talk with Democrat leaders. He's ignoring them. You think by any shadow of a doubt, okay? And I don't think, I could be wrong. I've been wrong on a lot of different things, right? But I don't think being what Mike Pence is all about, right? Mike Pence is a very Christian, spiritual person, and he happens to be the vice president of the United States. I don't think Pence will do that to his president. I don't think he'll sign the 25th Amendment. For what? If Mike Pence signs the 25th Amendment and says, okay, yes, I think we should invoke the 25th Amendment on President Trump because he shows this, and that, he will go down in American history as a president's second in command to the country. Okay, he'll go down in history, folks. He'll go down in history with being the vice president that had Trump removed from office. I don't think Pence wants to go down in history. I don't think he wants to go down in history as a vice president doing that to the current sitting president of the United States. And why are they pushing this? Weeks upon weeks. A lot of people are puzzled. Guess what, folks? I'm not puzzled. Okay? You might be puzzled out there in fantasy world or any type of rock you might live under. Okay? But I'm not puzzled. They're doing this. Everybody's like, why are they doing this? He's going to leave office in a week and a half, 2 weeks anyway. They're doing it because he cannot run in 2024. The Democrats are very smart individuals, men and women. Okay? They might act stupid on television, but they're very smart people. They know by removing or impeaching Trump from office, because he currently holds office right now, public office in Washington. If they try to impeach him or have him removed by office, okay, from a Congress majority vote, okay, they know that automatically disqualifies Trump as a candidate to run in the 2024 general election. I know that's a long time from now. Most people are just trying to get by their 2020, previous year of 2020, and current year of 2021. Most people are trying to get by. But you know what? They folks, it's all their master plan. I'll read some comments here. Oh, this segment here is picking up a lot of comments here on my feed here. My anchor feed, okay? Here's coming out of, what is this, Black Star handle here. So Congress can move quickly to impeach, but waited 9 months to throw crumbs of money to Americans. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, Black Star. I don't know where you're from, but if hopefully you're listening to my show. I can agree with that. Congress moved so quickly to impeach, but they waited 9 months to throw crumbs of money to Americans. Yeah, they're so ready to impeach a sitting president, but then they take their time. They take their time when it comes to dishing out stimulus money to help out struggling Americans. Yeah, that's how government works. That's how government works. As Brandon here writes, 2 simple words: term limits. I agree with that. There should be term limits. If a president has a term limits, why the hell not have Congress and Senate members have term limits? I totally agree. Some of these people been in office for 40 some odd years. They shouldn't be in office that long. That's excessive power right there. We're seeing it right now beneath our eyes. Here comes another one coming in here. Bill writes, you're the same people that told us it was okay for Nancy Pelosi to rip up the president's speech. Fake news. Yeah, I don't know what that last thing is about, fake news. That was actually real news, but I guess it's a sarcastic way of him saying it. Bill, I agree with you, pal. Why didn't they try to remove Nancy Pelosi for ripping up historic papers, right? I mean, those are government papers, whether it was a speech or not. How come she didn't get removed from office when she ripped up Trump's speech? When he was addressing the nation. The State of the Union address, right? Wasn't too long ago. That's abuse of power. I mean, it could be looked at a lot of different things. I mean, I'm not a lawyer or any type of lawmaker or anybody that has anything of no knowledge of law. I know my laws a little bit, but I think that needs to be looked at. With Nancy Pelosi ripping up a speech. I mean, that's supposed to go in the National Historic Archives. No more. I hope they have copies of it. I'm sure they do. But still, on national television, it's okay for a House Speaker to rip up a State of the Union address that Trump gave. Oh, she ripped it up because she was having a little hissy fit because Trump wouldn't acknowledge her. Trump despises her. There's a lot of people that despise her. She's not a very nice woman. She might look nice and play a show on television, but I'm sure that the real Nancy comes out after the cameras go off, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, folks. I'm going to read a couple more comments here. Folks, there's a lot of Americans out there. They're fumed, just like I'm fumed. I mean, we deserve better, and the government that we currently have is acting as it's a third world government. This is not America. This is not America. I'm going to read a couple more before I close it out today on the show. Let's see here. I do apologize. The feed is very, very slow here. Here's Sandra, if I'm pronouncing that right. These two firebrands need to retire and quit causing division in this country before there is a civil war. Sadly, I think we're in the midst of one. From what's going on right now in the country, I think we're in the midst of one. I totally agree with you, Sandra, on that. That these two firebrands, I guess she's meaning Pelosi and Schumer, okay? Schumer being the Senate Majority Leader, and Nancy, of course, the House Speaker of the House. They need to retire and quit causing division, because that's why people are upset, they're frustrated, and there's a lot of civil unrest right now in this country. Totally agree. Here comes another one. Tyler writes, they're moving faster than ever. I'm glad they can try to kick someone out of office who only has 2 weeks left the next day, but can't put out COVID relief for people who have been waiting for 6 months. I guess he's sounds like an independent. That's okay. That's okay. There's a lot of independents that voted for Trump, believe it or not. With the 75 million that voted for Trump, right? 75 million votes Trump got, and still lost the election. Can you believe that? Excuse me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that he still lost and had 75 million votes. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't know. Maybe they're I don't understand how Biden lost. Folks, he ran 3 times. The first 2 times ran against Barack Obama, lost against Barack Obama, and then magically won against Donald Trump. Both popular vote and electoral vote. How is that possible? How is that possible? I mean, I know I'm not high. I know I'm not drunk by saying this, but you have to be high or drunk off your ass to believe that Biden won by 2 vote categories of the popular vote and electoral vote. How the hell is that possible? Somebody can write me a feedback on my Facebook page or leave me a message on the Anchor app and let me know. Maybe you know something that I don't know. But most Americans, common sense Americans, will tell you, come on, man. Right? Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the brief today. This is the Patriot Brief. It's some bonus addition here to the show. And as always, you can follow me on Facebook at the Patriot Angle Podcast. Pop right up there on the Facebook search browser. You can find me on the Anchor app. Anchor. Great friends at Anchor. You can find us on Anchor, all past and current episodes. Both shows, the Patriot Brief and the Patriot Angle Podcast. And you can find us just about everywhere. Google, Apple, Spotify. Anywhere you hear a podcast, you can find us right on that podcast or anywhere. And also, before I close out the show today, also look for us for our new home, which we will be doing video live streaming through YouTube. I want to make an update. The show, the assistants and moderators that help me with the show here, we were going to decide on Twitch. Kind of backed off of the Twitch idea the last minute, so I do apologize for anybody that was getting excited about Twitch. Making that announcement right now on my show that the new home we decided on is YouTube. So we're going to be doing YouTube live video episodes through YouTube. And also on special occasions, you might find us doing a live Facebook video. So check us out on all major platforms out there. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. You just heard an episode of the Patriot Brief, an Anchor platform.